I want to take a second and go over T-square basics with you. The first thing we need is a T-square. Remember, this is not a pickaxe. If I see you using it like a pickaxe, it will be removed. When we're setting up to use a T-square, the first thing we need to do is attach our paper to our surface. Now, some of you might be using a board if your table doesn't have an edge, but for those whose table has an edge, you are going to carefully place your paper so that it is parallel to the edges, about 1 finger width away of both the bottom and the side. If I put my paper at an angle, my lines will be at an angle. So let's go ahead and line that up. Next, I want to take my piece of tape and I could tear it in half and then half again. I really only need little pieces. When I apply my tape, I want to make sure my paper stays nice and lined up and that my tape is nice and smooth. That allows my T-square to still run over and across the edges. Now that my tape is applied, I'm ready to take my T-square. My T-square can run along the bottom edge to make vertical parallel lines, or it can run along the table edge to make horizontal parallel lines. When I'm using my T-square, I can start with pencil to show where I want to put my lines. I'm going to start with some vertical. I want to make sure that the T is all the way up against the table. If I am right-handed, I am going to be drawing on the right edge. I don't want to do an awkward over here. Instead, I'm going to come over here. Then I can move it. Making sure again that this edge is always on the table. This is how you make parallel lines using the T-square. Once you have your plan done with pencil, what I want to do is then use the T-square as I trace, but now I can use a Sharpie. So I'm going to line it back up. Again, edges, flat, line. I'm going to sort of run this guy, making sure I'm holding it. Slide. 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 Oh, it fell. I just got to reline it up. And I can do the same thing over here.